Welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is Budget Beauty's main series, our weekly series where we do makeup and long form content, and I take you through a look from start to finish. I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And this week we are testing some new products. In lieu of doing a buying and trying, we had a massive haul last week, and so in anticipation of starting our new series. And so I was like, I'm not going to do a buying and trying. I will just use stuff until I'm ready to start doing stuff for the new series. So that's why I'm incorporating some new products in this episode. And I have been using new stuff throughout the week when I've been doing my makeup for work. So that's why we're doing some stuff today with new products. So let's get started. This is gonna be like a massive full face of NYX, but I want to try. There's a thing in here, and we're gonna talk about it when we get there. Why I am doing a mostly full face of NYX. Because I was kind of disappointed with a look that I did earlier in the week. It turned out at the end, I salvaged it and it turned out nice, but it was during the putting together of the look that was the problem. And I was like, NYX, this is, like, I made that face as I was putting on makeup. I just made that face. And then I went and I read this morning. I was like, oh, that would be the problem, why this was doing this. So we'll talk about it when I get there. So let's get started. So to start, as usual, we're going to do the eyes. And so because I am retrying a NYX product, I am using the NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer for my eyes. This is the clear one. This is the translucent one for me. And I was like, I need to use a NYX base for my eyes because yeah, we're gonna talk about that when we get to the eyeshadow. It's because the eyeshadow was the problem here. And while I'm doing this, and I need to do a very thin layer of this. This does not need to be super thick. But yeah, I did a couple of looks during the week using some of the new products. We had a very massive haul, which that episode has been produced, and I need to upload it. So by the time you see this, it will be uploaded. So go check out the beauty haul for June 11th. It might be 11th. Yeah, I think it's the 11th. It's because it was a massive beauty haul. So what we are doing, we will be doing a new series, series number 7, which is going to have 7 episodes, and it is called Full Face Darling, and it will be a series focusing on me doing a full face of makeup, of long form content, with a full face of makeup from a particular brand. So like right now, this is mostly going to be a NYX full face that I'm doing today. But I went through and I bought makeup that I was missing from specific brands. Like for NYX, I didn't have an eyeliner pencil from NYX. I have lip liners, and I have blush, I had mascara, I had lipstick, but I did not have and I have the primer, the eye primer, but I did not have like I didn't have I'm thinking what else did I not? I have the face primer, I have concealer, but I didn't have like the eyeliner. That was like the only thing I was missing from NYX. So like I bought an eyeliner to use, and then I bought like 2 more because colors. So and I did use the eyeliner the other day, and it was really good. I actually really liked that. It was the one thing that worked in that look to my advantage there. So it worked out well. So while we are letting this dry, we're going to also do our face primer, which is also NYX. This is the NYX Pore Filler Primer. So I bought this a long time ago, but this primer is weird. I have to be very careful with this face primer. So yeah, I was like, let me, oh, and it fell right out of my hands and on the floor. Are you serious? I dropped the primer out of my hand. How does that even work? Oh, NYX. I'm not a fan of this face primer that they make. This is not okay. Oh my gosh. It looks terrible too. If y'all can see it, I can't really turn my hand, but some kind of way, because otherwise it will fall out of my hand as it just did. I'll get it later. Yeah, it's now once it goes on my face, it's fine. It's just, what in the world, NYX? That primer is odd. I know they make other primers, so but I'm going ahead and put my primer on. See, like once I get it on the face, it's fine. That's so dumb though. It smells like something I smelled before, like marshmallows or something. It smells different. I also do have the NYX Marshmallow Primer, and I probably should have used that. Oh, NYX will do like one really good thing and then like 3 or 4 other really, really shitty things. And you're like, NYX, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be better than this. Like, I don't get NYX sometimes. NYX will do some really, really good stuff. And then, like, for every one really good thing, they go backward. Like, all the way back. Like, they regress. They will go 1 step forward and, like, 6 back. Like, okay, y'all know how much I love the XXL liquid lingerie lipstick. Great. Those lipsticks are fantastic. And reasonably priced. They perform well. And I mean well. But then you have the NYX, I know that's bright, eye palette. It turns out, eye and face palette for $20. Like 3 of which are legit eyeshadow. I'm looking at it. That's why I was looking over here. It turned out it was like a legitimate, like maybe 3 eyeshadow. I was like, bro, I bought this for I didn't buy this for the blush. I don't get NYX sometimes. I don't get NYX. just call me a little crazy, but I don't get NYX. I love this wig that I have on too. This is a new wig that I got. It is very much like a 40s style wig. I have it pulled back right now because y'all know I don't like my hair being in my face while I'm trying to do my makeup. But these freaking strands in this wig are getting on my nerves. Because I have the front pinned up, and the front is what's causing the problem here. And it is getting all in my freaking forehead. It is annoying. It is super annoying. So anyway, yeah, I love, for the price, NYX is fantastic. They make good concealer. I like the concealer. The foundation's nice. Like I say, the NYX Marshmallow Primer, great. The NYX Marshmallow Setting Spray, great. Like, their matte setting spray, really great. But then they'll do dumb things. It does not make sense to me. This Pore Filler Primer, like, the consistency of it is weird, and I don't like it. Like, it's alright, but like I say, once I get it on my face, like, my face is very, very soft. It is sufficiently filled in, like the pores, it's blurring. It's great. The mascara, great. I promise y'all, I love the On the Rise mascara. I don't get, it's NYX does. I don't get them. I don't get them. They don't make sense. Sorry, my eyes, I know my eyes are dry. I like that primer, the Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer. Great. It is quick drying. You can see and they have multiple shades in it. It's fantastic. Like, I don't get NYX at all. All right. This is where we're gonna have an issue. So I'm gonna try this one more again. Now, to NYX's detriment, these bad boys right here, some of them work great, some of them don't. And I don't understand why. That's one of the things where I'm like, NYX, you did like everything else super great. But that does not work well for me. Sometimes. Most of the time. Let me call it that. Alright, for the eyeshadow liner, for the eyeliner, we're going to start out with the NYX Epic Wear Eyeliner Stick in the shade Pink Spirit. And the reason why I'm wearing pink is because this eye thing is pink that I'm getting ready to attempt again is pink. I like these liners. These liners are great. They're gel. They remind me a lot of the ColourPop. And y'all know how much I rave about that ColourPop. So that's why I'm like, I like this NYX. If you compare favorably to those ColourPop eyeliner sticks, cream gel liners, okay, that's a great comparison to make. So we're filling that in. So while I am doing this, we found out that family friend is not getting married in August as they set up and sent out save the dates for. They're going to get married privately, and then they are going to go to and then they're going to get married. They have a destination wedding next year. And I'm like, okay, so bless your heart, I'm gonna go ahead and send you a really nice gift and a congratulations, but I'm not doing destination. We're not doing that. So I was like, because I don't have the money for that. I really don't have the money for that. So yeah, I'm that concludes the saga of what are we doing for this wedding that was coming up in August. There is no wedding. All right, this is this is a new product. This is the NYX Lid Lingerie Metallic Eye Pigment. Now, I used this one the other day. This is the purple. This is the shade Lacy Lilac. Okay. Y'all, the color is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. But the application was absolute garbage. Okay. I'm going to explain. So this works a lot like the Danessa Myricks eye pigment. Meaning once you put it on, you got to start working with it. You got to do what you're going to do with it. Because it is very, very, very quick drying. Okay. That's one. Which I don't mind that. I'm cool with that. But my problem is I did not use the NYX eyeshadow primer. I used the Ulta Beauty Collection primer, and immediately I had problems because it's apparently a formula conflict, which I know that I know what a formula conflict means. Meaning they don't work well together. They just not gonna work well together. So what happened was when I put this on and I started applying it, it started moving my primer around underneath. Like when I would go to spread it out with my finger as they advised, it started moving the damn primer. And I'm like, like I was sitting there and my husband was like, what is wrong with you? Because I was using it before I got ready for work. As I was getting ready for work. I was like, why you do? What are you doing? This doesn't make any sense, NYX. So I went and did a little bit of research, and it is because it was a formula conflict. And that's why it just, So I was like, you know what? I have NYX eyeshadow primer. Maybe use the NYX eyeshadow primer with the NYX eyeshadow pigment. That would probably be the smart thing to do. And that is why y'all will see. I will use, when I am doing makeup in him, I will use, I try to use a lot of the same brand products. Like, if I'm using their foundation, I'm probably going to use their concealer because I probably bought both. Okay. If I'm using their lip liner, probably going to use the same lipstick. Brand lipstick. If I'm using mascara primer, probably gonna use this. Like that actually, I take that back. That's an exception because I like to use the Essence lash primer to test out like new like mascara or whatever. So yeah, that's like the exception. But in this case, I do like to use the same eyeshadow base primer and the same eyeshadow. And I should have done that the other day. Well, we gonna do it now. So this is the shade Push Up Pink. So when I get to putting this on, and they said do one eye at a time. Do not try to do both eyes. I don't know who does, but don't do both eyes. Do one eye, and then like spread it out as soon as you start doing it. It's like, it really is like using the Danessa Myricks. Okay, see, that's much better. Much better. That is a much better application this time. Because last time it just did not do what I was wanting it to do. It's, when I tell y'all, it started peeling on my eyelid almost immediately. Like, it moved the primer, it started peeling. It was, so I had to rescue it and save it. I had to put another like eyeshadow type on top and fix it that way. But that's not a bad application. I actually kind of like that. That is not bad. And when I turn my eye, when I turn my head, it's like it's a nice little pink shift going on. That's nice. And tapping it seems to put it in place. And like I say, this is almost dry. Almost. That's not bad at all. I actually really like that. That's actually pretty decent. Okay. Alright, well, now we know how to fix it. Now, I see a little bit of shifting right here. We need to fix that, but that's not bad at all. The color is really pretty. Yeah, that color is really, really pretty. I really like that pink foil metallic. And maybe because I was also using a tool, I'm thinking maybe because I was using a tool to do this with the purple, maybe that was a problem too. But the color is absolutely beautiful. It's just that application was like, what is happening with this? Like, this should not be doing this. When I tell y'all, it was immediate. As soon as I started spreading it out, it was like, what is happening to this eye? Why is this lid doing this? What in the world? And I couldn't start over because I was in a hurry trying to do my makeup before work, so I was kind of in a time crunch. Which also I try not to do that. That's why I try to test my new products and things when I have time, and I have time to sit around and play with it, is for that reason. So I'm trying to fill in this little. I also have the NYX Ultimate Glow Shots. I feel like I am not getting this section filled in like it should be. Alright, there we go. Kind of. It's dry, but it's like it's moving around a little bit too much for my liking. And I feel like I'm putting on like a million coats of it, and I shouldn't have to do that. All right, that's better. Now with this, you're gonna have to do a little bit of helping. You're gonna have to fill in. It is kind of sheer. Yeah, so I probably won't buy any more of these, just because now that I got it correctly applied, I still gotta do something with it. Like I gotta boost it and give it some help with the paint, and I shouldn't have to do that. It should stand on its own, and I shouldn't have to do all this extra work to it. And like I say, it's like real shifty. But the NYX Ultimate Glow Shot, certain colors of it do this too, where I gotta keep going over that section and filling it in, and I'm like, I shouldn't have to do that. So to help it, we're gonna use this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. Hopefully this won't move this around and mess it up. I mean, it's a NYX brand, so it should work. With a little bit of help here. I still can't really tell. Let me get my mirror here. So I have my little handheld mirror. I'm trying to figure out why this one little section is not moving the way I want it to. Yeah, this is fine with this because it's also NYX. So it is helping it. It's not working against it. But this is very, very sheer on my eyes. And I don't like that super sheer. I want a little bit more substance to it. It's a gorgeous color though. I mean, it is absolutely a beautiful color. And we'll give it that. But yeah, these are probably a no buy again. Now, once I got that on and I filled it in with this, it seems to be a little bit better. But hey, yeah, that needed a little bit too much help for my liking. I shouldn't have to do all that extra to get that going, and then I mean, like I say, the formula conflict. It did not like that the Ulta Beauty collection at all. It did not. It really did not like that color. It didn't like that primer, that eyeshadow primer. All right, done. I'm gonna let that dry and let that be it. So all right. Now for the mascara primer, we're going to use the NYX On the Rise Lash Booster. Now for the mascara, we also have the NYX On the Rise Volume Lift Mascara. So we're gonna use that plus one more. We're gonna use the Sephora one also, but I've never used this. This is a new product for me, and we're gonna see how this works. So it's a black On the Rise Lash Booster. It is a it's supposed to be a lash primer, and it's a black one, like the Maybelline Sky High, which is great because most of my other ones are like white and or blue. Some of them are, one of them is clear. I think the L'Oreal one, which I don't like, is clear. So you could wear this by itself. I wouldn't, because it's giving me minimal volume for this, but it's not bad. It works a lot like the the Maybelline Sky High lash primer. It is it's nice. It's decent. Like I said, I would not wear this by itself. You gotta wear something with this. Just like the Maybelline Sky High I have worn by itself, but I wouldn't necessarily do that. It is definitely giving me volume. It is not, it's not giving me length. It's giving me volume. And I'm trying to grab this hair. That is what I'm doing here. And I can't seem to grab it out of my face as per the usual. Because it's like moving around. Okay. Alright. So, let's go with the NYX On The Rise Volume Lift Scara. I actually really like this. Now, this is, it says it's volume, but this is really a length, a length one. So, while I'm doing this, I am, I don't have any plans to go anywhere out, like, to buy any makeup today. I am going to, so we're gonna discuss this while I'm doing this. One of the things I've been tasked with doing today is going to check on a cousin who is not on the trip with the other cousins and the aunts. And my first question was, why are you asking me to do this? So my aunt asked me, because the cousin lives with my aunt and one of my aunts. And this cousin's grandmother is the aunt that I absolutely do not claim and do not deal with on any level. But that's her grandmother. That aunt is her grandmother. So I'm like, what do you, why am I going and checking on this kid? Like, what are you doing? Why didn't you take the kid with you? Like, why didn't you take the kid with you? Two, why are you asking me to get involved and do that? I guess because I'm the only one here. And I'm like, and I'm close by. But I'm like, I don't deal with y'all on any level. Like, I'm only over here because I owe you money. And I'd like to pay you the money that I owe you finally. This is the, so we're going to use the Sephora Love the Lift mascara. It's instant curl and lifting volume. But it's like, why did you take the kid with you? It's summer, like, the kid's out of school, or she should be, at this point. So I'm kind of like, why are you trying to involve me in this? And subsequently, I don't want to be involved. But because it's the right thing to do, and because that's what my other aunties and my mama would have wanted me to do, I'm gonna do it. So I need to go over there and check on the kid, make sure the kid's not burned down the damn house and or done something to herself. So I am gonna go. But yeah, I'm not involved at all. Like, I removed myself from that situation several years ago because I was told in no uncertain terms. There was no ambiguity there. It was made pretty plainly that I ain't family. I ain't considered family. And they don't particularly care about me. So I was like, oh, okay. Say less. I will make myself very scarce. I will not be involved. I will not do anything. I'm not come over here on the regular. I will, none of that. You ain't got to tell me twice. It wasn't said in so many words, But it was made very plain that I needed to make myself very, very, very scarce and stay out these people life and business, because my last name does not coincide with theirs and I am an outsider. So let me just give, and y'all have heard me talk about this before in several episodes. I am the scapegoat here of my little family. I am the black sheep and the scapegoat. And I have always been the black sheep and the scapegoat, apparently. So I just don't get myself involved. I don't. I learned a long time ago, don't go where you ain't wanted. Don't go where you ain't invited. And sometimes when you invited, you still ain't want it. Okay? Like, you need to learn how to read the room and stop trying to fool with people who don't want to fool with you. So I don't. I like how the eyes turned out. So I just don't. I don't deal with that in any way, shape, or form. I don't. And I don't pander to people who are sometimey, and when you want something, you want to be bothered, and you do whatever. But otherwise, you ain't got no time for me. You don't fool with me. You don't, none of that. Okay. All right, we're gonna try a new. While I'm talking, I'm starting on the face now. We are trying a new foundation skin tint something. This is the NYX Buttermilk Glaze. Now, I just bought this. Because I saw it and I was like, ooh, okay, all right, I'll try it. This is the soft glow skin tint. This is in the shade 08 Nutmeg Butter. And it's got SPF in it. So gotta keep that skin straight. Keep that sunscreen on. So I like when stuff has some sunscreen in it. It has a little bit of skincare in it. So, and also too, I mean, I don't be out in the sun like that. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a few drops to the Real Techniques thing. Yes, I know my Real Techniques thing is dirty. I don't clean my brushes like I'm supposed to, but also it's just me using them and I'm not using them on other people, so there's that. I mean, I'm not using other people's stuff, and I'm not like putting it on other people, so I feel justified in not running and cleaning my brushes every week like I'm supposed to. I'm lazy. I'm the laziest bear. Alright, I'm going to apply this with my M107 foundation brush. Yes, my brush is dirty. Don't judge me. Same reason why I ain't cleaned this Real Techniques one. So, let's see how this works. Ooh, that is the right shade. Oh, that's the perfect shade. So, I was going back and forth between picking shades when I was in the Ulta. And I was going to get another shade. But this is the perfect shade. Good gracious. The perfect shade. So, anyway, yeah, I don't fool with them people too much. Because I learned a long time ago, don't go where you ain't want it. And don't try to force your way in there either. Obviously, you don't need to be there. So, remove yourself from that situation. Also, so apparently, the reason why I gotta go check on the kid is because, apparently the aunts found it prudent to go to this family reunion. The aunts and the cousin and, the child's mother. So the child mama and the grandmama went to this family reunion, but they didn't take the child. What? But you always hollering about family. Okay. Let me tell you about the hypocrisy and the foolishness that is my family on my mama's side. It is some tomfoolery. We're also going to add the NYX. This is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. This is in the shade. I gotta find a shade. Mocha. I think this is probably, I don't know if this is the right shade or not. It's not for brightening. For me, this is not a brightening shade. This is more of a, let's keep it looking the same way shade. But anyway, yeah, I was like, why didn't you take the kid with you? What kind of foolishness? So both of y'all going, but you ain't take the kid? Like, what? None of this makes any sense. None. Like, none. No sense. So I'm using the M103 foundation brush to buff this out on my face. Yeah, that's a nice little skin tint. Okay. That's a nice skin tint. I ain't expecting full coverage here, so. This is nice. And this shade is a perfect match. This is a great match for me. It don't even look like I got on foundation too much. Or anything on my skin. It is very, very light. So, as you can see this over here on the side. You can see that little patch over there. But this is nice. And it blends real nice. And this brown's pretty. I mean, that is a perfect match for my skin. As y'all can see, this hair is, of course, in the way. It's in the way. But I tolerate it because I like this wig. So once I let my hair down, it's not a problem. But while I'm trying to do this, so this is one of them, you need to put this wig on after you do the makeup. But anyway, yeah, no, it just, I'm like, make it make sense. Y'all do the most. And you goofy. So, and I've been goofy my whole life. I will be 45 in like 4 days. No, what's today? The 13th? Okay, today is the 13th. Saturday the 13th. I will be 45 in 3 days. And they have been goofy my entire life plus some. So, I just can't with them. But yeah, so even better, to make this even better. Now I'm blending out this under eye. To make this even better, they went to this family reunion, okay? And I know the people who it is. Like, I know what branch of the family this is. So, I'm like, so the only reason why I even found out about the family reunion is because my aunt, who lives with this kid and who is housing this kid, told me while I was standing there. And she's like, oh yeah, we're going to be gone because we're going to this family reunion. And I'm like, family reunion? Who family reunion? And she's like, our family reunion. So it turns out a branch of the family is having a family reunion in like Florida. So right there, immediately I'm making this face, but I'm not making a face. I'm trying to control my facial expression because I'm just sitting there like. So let me get this straight. You didn't think it prudent to tell my black ass that you're going to this family reunion? That there's a family reunion? You didn't think to maybe mention that at all. You can text me and call me for everything else. You can text me about the stupidest shit. But you can't call me or text me to tell me that there is a family reunion for a branch of our family that I am well acquainted with, mind you. Not that I don't know these people. I am well aware of these people. I know as soon as she said who it was, what branch, because I'm like, family reunion, what part? Like, there's a large contingent of people with the same last name, plus people who are, that we consider family, and we are like, they family. So I'm sitting there like, okay, you got to be a little bit more specific. Like, what branch of the family are you talking about? But you didn't think it prudent to be like, hey, you know, I know you know these people. You want to go? Plans? Something? You ain't that at all. Did not ask. Did not. So I said, clearly I wasn't invited. So guess what I'm not doing? Listen, old me would have been hopped up and been like, oh, I got to figure out how to, well, I need to be at this family reunion. More current me is more like, have a safe trip. Like, you don't need to. Baby, I like how this face turned out. I do. So yes, that is very it's like I say, a skin tint, so it's thin. I mean, you can, like I say, it's not gonna be no full coverage. You're not getting full coverage out of a skin tint, so don't expect that. I am trying to use a little bit of concealer here. With the concealer brush that I'm using. This is my Morphe M132. As y'all can see, it blended that under eye perfectly. That under eye, if you're not trying to brighten and you just want to conceal, that is the perfect shade for me. That mocha. But I do like that NYX thing. But this is real nice. I like this. I like how that turned out. Face looks nice. She looked nice. Now for the blush, this is the ColourPop. This is a new, I just got it, shade of their weightless liquid blush. This is the shade Princess Ave. So, yeah, I was just like, have a safe trip. Like, I am not begging to be included with people who don't want to include me. We're not doing that. I learned a very harsh lesson about don't be trying to go nowhere where you ain't invited. And stop trying to be around people who don't value you and who don't see you as a person and who think it's okay to hurt you. And I ain't even talking about physically. I'm talking about emotionally. They think it is cool to be like, hey, you know what? We're going to exclude her, and then tell her that, you know, to her after the fact about stuff. Like, there's a reason why I do not mess with my mama's side of the family anymore. I learned a long time ago, just stop. Just stop. These people don't care about you. And they've made it plain from day one. Like, but when you got somebody in your ear, and I'm going to tell you, this is the hard part. When you got somebody in your ear who is constantly like, you know, you be the bigger person. You try to make the effort. You do the work. But you're not getting that on the other side. Okay, after a certain point, you got to stop. So, this is the, to blend this out, this is the M204 Cream and Liquid Blush by Morphe. This is the brush for that. You got to stop. You got to know when to step back. You got to know when to start protecting yourself. Especially if you wasn't doing it before. You gotta learn to have your best interests at heart. And to take care of yourself. Don't be sitting up here expecting other people to ride for you. And they not riding for you. They ain't never rode for you. And they don't care about you. So, yeah, no, I was just like, I love how you tried to rope me into this, but whatever. I will go over there and check on her because, like I say, that's what my auntie would have wanted. My long dead beloved auntie would have wanted. She would have wanted me to do the right thing and to be, you know, keep up with family. I'm picking up my brush. Some of my brushes fell. I have a little thing down here that's supposed to be holding my brushes, and buddy, it's not holding them. So it's not holding them the way I want them to. You know, on that eyelid, on this eyelash, I'm gonna add a little bit of live tinted. I'm gonna add a little bit of live tinted. But I do like how the lashes turn. I mean, they're cute, but I'm gonna add a little bit of live tinted because I like live tinted. And they do add a little bit. See there, it immediately added a little bit of dimension. I really do like this Legacy Lash mascara. I will definitely buy this again from Lip Tinted. Look at that. Look how much more that added. That is why we love Lip Tinted in this house. Lip Tinted makes some great stuff, y'all. It is mid-tier. It is not budget. Let's be real. It is very much mid-tier in price. This was like $29, $22, $29. I want to say it was somewhere. I know it was more than 20. But listen, for what I get out of this, the performance I get out of this is fantastic. I absolutely get fantastic results out of this. It's one of the best mascaras that I own. Look at that. Bam. That just added so much dimension to my lashes. Yeah, that's a repurchasable. You need to go get this. I splurge just a little bit more and get that mascara. Now, listen, the NYX, get it too. That is a great mascara. Do not get me wrong. That is great. That Sephora one, really good too. And y'all know how much I love the Sephora Size Up. Get that one too. If you want some budget options, the Essence ones are great. The Maybelline ones, I like the Maybelline ones. That's a good drugstore option. I'm mad that Juvia's Place does not make mascara, but it too is a mid-tier option. I just discovered that. I'm thinking, well, I go in Ulta and I buy it. It's not over in the prestige section. It's a mid-tier. It's definitely mid-tier based on the price. So blushes on, liquid blushes on. Eyes are done. So let's talk about setting this face with some powders. So, yeah, I wish y'all could have seen my face when she was like, well, can you go over and check on the kid while we gone? You were asking a whole lot. You were asking a whole lot. Because, one, I don't mess with y'all like that. And two, I don't appreciate y'all's foolishness on any level. And three, how you gonna go to a family you don't even bother to invite the other family member who live here with? Bye. But also, too, I'm almost certain, yeah. There's some other things afoot. This ain't the whole. There's some hidden agendas going on here, as it were. I ain't trying to find out what it is because I don't care enough for that. But your girl is well aware that there's other stuff afoot. Let's call it that. So anyway, this is by the way, what I am doing to set my face. I use the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection. I really like this powder. This is a good setting powder. Listen, the L'Oreal Infallible, I like L'Oreal stuff. I do. L'Oreal be on some bullshit sometimes, but I do like the L'Oreal Infallible. I do. I like their 3-second setting. Y'all know I swear by that 3-second setting this. But L'Oreal be doing some stuff sometimes, and I don't like the foolishness that the company be doing. I'm like, man, if y'all don't stop acting a fool and stop screwing up the makeup, listen, you ain't got to be doing all this extra behind the scenes foolishness. Y'all should just be about some makeup. Like, I don't be understanding L'Oreal sometimes, but I remember L'Oreal hair stuff back in the day. And it was L'Oreal makeup and hair. The L'Oreal, they had like coloring, hair coloring. I'm an 80s kid. They had hair coloring. And they were big in that market. Okay. I think we have patted this face down very well. That blush still peeking through a little bit. A little bit. So we are adding powder blush. But trying to make sure I get a good coating up underneath them eyes. I think I did hit that well enough under the eyes. But let's just be sure. Let's do a little bit more up underneath here. Under both eyes. But yeah, that turned out nicely. And try to get down my... I did do the bridge of my nose, I am aware, but I feel like I didn't hit it enough. So, yeah, so after I check on the kid, I got some work stuff I need to do, and then I am also working on my side project. But my work stuff, so we have a new girl starting at the jobby job, and so as part of my duties as a senior, I will be training. I'm gonna be training some people. So I'm excited. I'm gonna be training someone brand new who ain't never done this before. So I'm like, I gotta know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna be prepping today, and getting my things together and making sure that we are telling the new kid something right. I was looking for my brush, so I'm gonna use this new brush. So this is the Wet n Wild Princess brush. I don't even know what the name of the brush is because I done opened it up and took it out of it. I just bought this though. I bought it out of Walgreens, and I used it the other day, and I really like it. It's big and it's got this. It's really soft, nice brush. So for the now we're ready for powder blush. For the blush, we're gonna use the NYX Buttermilk blush in the shade 07 Butter with Thyme. I don't think I've ever used this one. I bought a lot of the buttermilk blush, mostly in pinks. They make a lot of pinks and light pinks and dark pinks. Yeah. See, now I can always count on that buttermilk blush to show out. That is very pretty. Very, very pretty. And tap her on that side. She's very pretty. I like that blush a lot. It's a good blush. Trying not to add like a whole ton of it, but looks like I'm gonna. I did get a new kabuki brush. I got an Essence one, and so I'm gonna use that one to I gotta see where I stuck it. I think that's it, because I want to kind of tame this blush down just a little bit, but I really like that Wet n Wild brush. This is the new kabuki brush that I got. This is the Essence Kabuki Buffer brush, and I know how to use the kabuki brush. It has a cap on it, and I'm like, do you now? You got a cap. Let's see if I can get it out of here. I don't want to tear up the box, but look like I'm gonna. Yeah, I destroyed that box. Alright, so see, it does have a cap. If I can get it off. Ah, yeah, there we go. But I like that. I like that cap on there. Alright, so, ooh, this feels like, this is really, really soft. It's almost velvet, but not velvet, because I hate velvet. But almost velvet. But it's very soft. I like how that feels. I don't like velvet, though. That's the weird thing. Like, just a little bit more velvet, and I would have been like, that's a no-go for me. Yeah, I'm weird. I don't like velvet at all. I'm not a velvet person. Velvet is odd. This feels really, really good on my face. I can't even really, I mean, I can feel it, but like, I can't like feel it. It doesn't feel scratchy or anything. It is exceptionally soft, and it is moving this powder around, which is good. Spreading it out a little bit, which is what I wanted and what I was attempting to do. Okay. Let's see if I can get on the apples of it. There we go. Trying to get the apples of my cheeks to cooperate there, and it did not want to do what I wanted it to do. Okay. All right. So, y'all know one thing in my kit here that I use so much every time I do my makeup. This Barbie trifold mirror. It is quite possibly the best buy I have made in this entire time of like doing budget beauty and doing my makeup and this is a fantastic buy. I'm touching it and I'm looking down at it. It has a 2x and a 3x magnification, and then the middle has the regular and it's lighted. And I don't have to use batteries for this. I can use it comes with a USB port to be able to like set up. So I have a little USB thing back over there. And then it has a little side mirror that's a 1x magnification. Normal magnification. But it's a Barbie themed trifold mirror. And I love it. It is absolutely one of the best things I've ever bought. Makeup wise. And it was on sale. I bought it from Impressions Vanity, which is probably where I'm going to get my vanity from when I finally get one. And it is gonna be very nice when I get one. But Impressions Vanity had a sale because they were like phasing out all their Barbie stuff because they had been running a Barbie thing for a minute. This was $14.99, and I was like, "Excuse me, $14.99? So fast." Also Barbie. So yeah. As my man LA Knight says, yeah. I have been, so we're going to get into that. Now I'm going to do my under eye, do my under eye eyeliner. This is a new product. This is the Juvia's Place Egyptian pen liner in the shade Noir. This is good. And y'all know how much I love Juvia's Place. I bought this because I did not have one from them, and I needed it. So I was like, I need one of these, and I need a pencil. I did not have an eye pencil from Juvia's Place, so I bought a black one. I bought the Kajal liner. This eyeliner is great. This tip is extremely precise and thin, and I love that. So what I am doing today is I'm going to finish doing my makeup here for this episode. Then I'm going to go check on the kid, and then I'm going to do some chores around the house a little bit, and put this episode in production, and then gonna work on my side project, and then I'm going to work on my work project, and then go get dinner. I'm expecting my husband to be later this evening. Go get dinner, settle down and watch some Svengoolie because it's House of Sven. I'm very excited. I love when they do House of Sven. So I love Svengoolie anyway, though. Like, I absolutely adore Svengoolie. He's like, I have a store. He's like, you know you have one. So I love Svengoolie though. I would love to meet the House of Sven and Sven himself when they go to C2E2 if they go next year. So yeah, I I am absolutely in love with Shanguli. So I watch faithfully every Saturday now. Every Saturday night. And so this week is House of Finn and they're doing Idle Hands. So I haven't I've never seen Idle Hands, but I remember the movie coming out because I'm a child of the 80s and 90s and I was alive in the 2000s when that movie came out. So I am gonna watch that and then probably go to bed and then get up tomorrow and do some work on my side project. My birthday is Tuesday. I'm very excited. So this is my episode before I do my makeup for my birthday, because we're probably gonna. I'm taking the day off and we're probably going somewhere for dinner. Um, and probably gonna not this weekend, not because husband has to work this weekend, but next weekend we'll probably take a trip for my birthday, or we will put it off until like July. But I was like, I don't need to go anywhere for my birthday. I would prefer to like stay here in Columbia. So all right, now it's time to work on lips. We're ready for lips. Ready for the lips. So the for the lip liner we're gonna use the Maybelline New York Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the shade Palest, palest. I couldn't read. Palest pink. So we're gonna do that one, and then we're gonna hit the lipstick. Trying to think, what was I using for the lip? Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So lipstick. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Svengoolie tonight because House of Finn. I get to see Sarah Palmer as Miss Gwingoolie and Imp and Nos- Nostalgia for Ratu. And Sven maybe. Um, but yeah, I enjoy Svengoolie a great deal. I like watching old horror films. I do. I like watching the old black and white films. Like last week, they had Curse of the Demon, and I was like, "Oh, this is interesting." But I liked it as it was old black and white film. And then after, they usually show Batman, and then they show the old '66 Batman, which I love because Adam West was fine back in the day. Adam West could have got it. Let's be real. Okay, Adam West could have got it. But I like watching Batman. I was that's how I discovered Batman. Was the Adam West show, and then I got to the comics, and then the movie, of course, the '89 movie came out with Jack Nicholson, and so yeah. But so for the lipstick here, this is new. This is the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick from Wet n Wild in the shade Nudist Peach. But yeah, I bought two of these randomly. I ordered one on Amazon and then went to Walgreens when I bought that brush. Went to Walgreens and then didn't realize, oh shit. I already have ordered this shade specifically because I want a pink. And in the liquid lipstick, I love that red catsuit. Ooh, that red catsuit one is really nice. This one, the Missy and Fierce. This is nice. But anyway, I wound up ordering. I wound up buying one from Walgreens plus the one I'd already ordered. So yeah. Okay. So we're gonna use this. We're gonna see how this works. Okay. It is definitely not the same pink as this lip liner. So yeah, it's not the same, but it's okay. I like this lip combination though. Uh, so yeah, I got a day of work planned. So not buying any makeup today. I'll probably buy it next week. And use my birthday. I get my free birthday gift from Ulta. I already got the gift. I think I already got my gift. I have to. Actually, you know what? I did get my birthday gift. I did. But because I just made diamond again, that's interesting. That's a very interesting nude color matching up with this lip liner. Interesting. Very interesting. Um, hmm. It's a bit bright on my lips. It's a tad bright. So I'm going to let that dry down, and then I'm going to add another pink lipstick that I have sitting over here, which is a NYX, coincidentally. But that's not, I mean, that nude is very, it's a pinkish nude, but it's different than this lip liner, which I don't mind this combination. It's just a little bright on me. So, um, it's a little bright for my liking, but it's okay. Like, it's not terrible. Like, I wouldn't wipe this off and start over again. So, yeah, it's not horrible. So, um, yeah, maybe next week. I made diamond again at Ulta. Because your girl spends a lot of money on makeup. And I talked about it in the beauty haul. I did make diamond again. So I have my little receipt where I made diamond for the first time, but I don't have it like for the second one. So I am diamond through 2027 now. So, which is cool. I'm happy about that. So um the very, very happy about that. And so I get a new. So the last time I made diamond, you get a free gift, and so I got the Clinique. I got the Clinique foundation the last time. I think is what I got. So I think this time I looked through the list again. The Clinique foundation is still a thing. But I already got it, and I don't need to buy another one right now. So, I think I had picked out something else, and I think I'm gonna get that. All right. So to kind of tame down this pink a little bit, we're gonna use the NYX Fat Matte Smooth Colored Lipstick. This is in the shade Pink Puff. This is new. I bought it a couple of beauty hauls ago, maybe like one beauty haul ago, not this last one. And so, yeah. Oh, I'm even more pink now. but it's it is almost hot pink, but not quite hot pink, but hot pink. Oh, my lips are very, very pink right now. This is not transfer proof at all. Um, but it is matte, and I really like it. So I got 3 shades of this. I got this, the Scarlet Snuggles, and um, Fuzzy Flame, I think is the other red one. I got 2 reds and that pink. Yeah, that is very, very hot pink. Holy crap. Let Let me see if I can maybe dull down this pink a little bit. Just a tad. Because this is very, very pink on my mouth. Buddy. I'm trying to see if I can dull it down a little bit. How I would dull that down. I don't have like a really deeper pink. But buddy, that is very, very, very hot pink. I look like the 80s exploded Barbie pink on my face. Like 80s Barbie pink, just boom on my face. On my mouth. I'm looking in my kit. That's why I'm trying to figure out if I have a pink that is dark enough that would darken it down, maybe? Or maybe I gotta hit it with a dose of red in order to bring that color down with the red. But I don't want to hit it with too much red, because too much red is gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna reach into the kit. That's why I'm looking down. I'm gonna reach into the kit and see if I can't grab this scarlet color, and maybe that will help. Bear with me. Okay, so this is the other one. This is the Scarlet Snuggles. So let's see what happens when I mix this. You gotta click it at the bottom, and that's why it's like their fat oil slick click ones. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. That's better. Okay. That immediately brings that pink down. That was a smart choice. Okay. And which I figured it would. It's just, you got to be very careful. Because, like you see, I didn't want to do it all the way around. I didn't want to do too much, because too much and then you drown out the pink. So, and I still want it to be pink. I just don't want it to be giant bright pink. I still look kind of crazy, but this isn't bad. And it's really that lip liner that's messing this up. So I don't have another lip liner over here, and I would have to get up to get it, and I don't want to do that. See if I can press my lips together to cover it up and overtake it. Kind of. I'm still pink. I'm still very, 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 very pink on my mouth. But it's fine. It works. I like pink lipstick. I have to be very careful about pink though, because too much pink and my lips just look ginormous, but with a lot of pink on it. It's not as subtle you have on pink. Depending on what shade I wear and what brand I wear, it will get a little bit. I'm reaching into the kit again. It will get a little bit too pinky and a little bit too bright. So I'm using, this is the Sephora Soft Matte and Easy. And this dries down to a matte. It looks like it's going to be shiny, but it's not. Okay. I like this one. It's a nice matte pink. That's a lot better. Okay. Also because we overtook that liner up at the top. So yeah, that's much better. Don't look quite as crazy. All right, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the completed look. So let us set our face. I have been using the She Glam. I'm reaching into the kit again. I've been using this, and it's good. Really like it. This is the She Glam Matte Fresh Setting Spray. It does in fact have a mattifying effect. It's good. I like it. So we're going to use it. All right, here goes. Now, we're going to have to use Mr. Sweetful in order to set her down quickly. Mr. Sweetful. So yesterday in this house, it was 80 degrees in this house. Y'all, it was so hot in here. I was like, excuse me? Why is it 80 degrees in this house? What is happening? Why is it so warm? I did not have my fan on in the hallway, and I have to, in the summertime, I have to have a fan, like a heavy duty fan going in my hallway, because otherwise it is 3,000 degrees in this house. Yo, I got up about 4:15 or so to go to the bathroom, and I looked at the temperature in here. It was 74 degrees at 4 a.m. It is not supposed to be that warm in this house at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I turned on the hall fan again. I had turned it off before we went to bed because it had gotten cooler and it had cooled down. But it had apparently gotten hot again. And so I was like, and you could feel the air conditioning, because we have central heating and air. And new unit, so it ain't like the unit is struggling and it's old. No, it's a brand new unit. We got it in like 2024. So Thanksgiving 2024. So I was like, why is it so warm in here? And I could feel there was cold air coming out of my vents. It wasn't that it was super like crazy warm and it wasn't like working or anything. No, it's working. But it just, whew, buddy. So I turned the air down again. I put it down to like 67 so it would cool off. And that seemed to have helped. Also, it did cool off overnight. So yeah, it was fine. We got that to working. All right, we got it cool in here. So when I got up this morning, it was 67 in here. And I still have the fan going out in the hallway. All right, so let me put on my earrings. I'm wearing my bunny earrings from my friend, Miss Tamiko. I miss my friend at the JOB. She is the sweetest thing, and I miss her. I do. So if you're watching this, Miss Tamiko, I miss you. You know I miss you. I miss you because I need somebody to cut up with. But I hope she's doing well. I love her to death. She's one of my favorite people at that job. Because she came in there and she was real about things. She didn't try to sugarcoat things and act a fool and be stupid about stuff. Like, I mean, she kept up with what was going on. Like, she knew what was happening in there, and she's an extrovert. So she would speak and she would say hello, and just a nice person. And we got along really well. But she bought me these earrings, these bunny earrings. And they are super cute, and I wear them whenever I wear pink. Alright, so putting on my wedding bands. I've kind of been taking them off at night. Sometimes I don't like to sleep in them. But also, when I take off my makeup, I take off my bands, and I gotta, fool with my face and wash my hands after. So, yeah, I don't like getting stuff on my bands, so I take them off. But so I put them in here because I know after I do my makeup, I am gonna wash my hands, so I'll probably take it off again to get this off my hands. But yeah, that is the completed look. So events coming up. My birthday on Tuesday, and then after that, I don't know. We may be going to, I have to see, my husband and I have to sit down and discuss logistics and all, to my sister-in-law's new house. So that's a thing, in July. housewarming. Very excited for her. Yay! She bought a house with her new husband that y'all have heard me talk about, and with doing my makeup for their wedding and getting ready for that. So they have bought a house. Very, very happy for them. Very, 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 very happy. Very happy. Like to have good things happen for good folks. And so both of them are really good people. So, like to see good things happen for them. So try to share positive life updates here. So yeah, they are doing well. So we probably go into that. And then after that, like I say, family friend's wedding is not happening. Not where we're going to it. So we'll see. I don't know. After that, I don't know what else we're doing. Maybe, like I say, maybe we might take a birthday trip and go somewhere. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I know September. So my birthday is in June, and my husband's birthday is September. And so maybe we will see what he wants to do for his birthday. He may want to go somewhere. He usually does. He likes to go. He likes to want to take a trip. So we'll see. We'll see if he wants to, what he wants to do for his. So as y'all can see, I also took this wig down. It is, I let her loose. She cute. She real cute. I like the curls and the short, kind of short length. I kind of wanted to be just a tad bit longer, but I'm okay with this. This is cute. I like how this works. So, it's very 40s. It definitely gives a 40s vibe. I add the bandana for the 50s part of it that I like, because I like to wear bandanas. And so, yeah. Like I say, this hair now, it's fine that this hair is like all in my face or whatever, but yeah. So I don't know. We'll see about September what he wants to do on how things are, where we are, and what we're going to be doing. But like I say, I'm probably going to stay here in Columbia for my birthday coming up, just because I'm off on Tuesday, because I do not work on my birthday. I make it a point every year. But I'm also going to the doctor. So that doctor's visit should not take long. And then I'm thinking, like I say, I don't know what else we got going on. So we may go to dinner Tuesday night, and I probably will do my makeup. I have to go into work on Wednesday because new girl. Usually I work from home on Wednesdays. So gonna be in the office on Wednesday. So I can't, stay out and cut up and do all that. But we'll see. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back in and watch all of my videos and series that I have. Keep an eye out for Full Face Darling. We will get that started shortly. I am working on getting the intro set up, and I already got like the music picked out that I want for my intro, and graphics and all of that. So I just have to like make it and then film an episode. So we will be getting started on that very, very shortly. So keep an eye out for that, and I will make a playlist for it and let you know when we get started. So thank you for watching. Come back in and watch more of my series later. Like, share, and subscribe, and drop a comment. I'll see you later. Peace.